Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome to the Advancement Center and to the world of magic and miracles, where celebration is observed at all times because we all have so much to learn and appreciate about ourselves and each other. So we celebrate. I just wrote in my journal and feel the urge to share this with you now. I woke with these words this morning. You might recognize them. Our birth is but a sleep and a forgetting. The soul that rises with us, our life's star, hath had elsewhere its setting, and cometh from afar. Not in entire forgetfulness, and not in utter nakedness, but trailing clouds of glory do we come from God, who is our home. Heaven lies about us in our infancy. Dearest Simeon, my favorite poem when I was a child and an existing rediscovery of this moment, because the truth of this message is our clarion call to wake from the sleep and remember our original self by waking to the truth of unending to unending joys, like the ability to fly, to visit the outer reaches of the universe, meet with you, my dearest Simeon, and the masters, the angels, and the answer to every child's prayer. A hug from God, our Creator. We are all children of God, and that never ends. It just gets covered up by those before us who were once children of God themselves and were made to grow up and out of that make believe story to be put away with things outgrown and get ready to fill your role in the real world of earning your keep, learning a trade or a skill, perhaps in business and sales, to fix, improve with technology, fixing what cannot be broken. It is so clear the Advancement Center was created to be that welcome home to your original self, your origin, to remind us all of our never ending story and the ability to remember and recognize each other's sparkle of life itself. Robert wrote the following and is brilliant, and I read it now. Because who can say it better than this? The purpose of the Advancement Center. The purpose of the Advancement Center is to allow you to make yourself aware of who you are, how you operate, and what you have to offer to the world and the universe and anything else you can possibly imagine or think of, because that is what you are here for your own gratification, not for anybody else's, because your gratification increases the possibility of everybody's gratification by 1,000-fold or more. So what you do for you will be done for others 1,000-fold or more, as long as you allow everything to be in place, whether it is black, white, good, bad, or otherwise, so that everything in the picture can form into its correct particles to balance the fields throughout the universe and create whatever it is that is best for you and for everyone else. That is the simplicity. Once you know about it, you don't have to go there again. Once you get your car license, you can drive, but you don't have to go and get your license every day before you drive, because you surpass the lessons immediately and you surpass everything you've been taught, and you go straight to your own skills. So there is nothing to do except keep doing what you're doing, unless it doesn't work. And you don't change it. You change direction. You just keep following your spirit and watch it all fall away. Without decision, just suddenly follow your spirit. Do something stupid. Go and walk out in the rain. Do the things that actually fire up your engine, and dare to smile at a time when you think you shouldn't. And watch what happens to everyone else. It's catching, and that's the magic that each one of us has for one another. We can have a conversation with somebody who's totally miserable, and if you hold who you are, that total misery will disappear in minutes. And you'll find a conversation where you're laughing and the subject disappears. That is the joy of interaction with people, and the love that is not defined, that comes from the universal beings and pours into our lives every day to give us a life force and a courage to present what we brought to this world. So that is why I keep saying, offer to everyone perfect life, perfect health, and a really, really magic future. Robert Young. I'm so glad I revisited this, because I truly love it, and him. Wow. Back to the journal. And I wrote down here to Robert, thank you for your presence in my life. And back to Simeon's response, he wrote, dearest Barbara, your love, dedication, and never-ending knowing is making the unknown a place of welcome. The Advancement Center is the beacon for all who are searching for a safe harbor and to be greeted and acknowledged as family as they bring their gifts that are valued. We love you and all who you welcome. Love, Simeon. What a pleasure. By the way, you can write to Simeon. Just start writing. See what happens. Don't expect anything and be surprised. And he'll answer you. Okay. So now I find this fabulous passage that I want to share with you. On this occasion, we expose the fact that reality is physical and it is not conjured up in the mind or in a group of people who are fixed in the limitation of their own consideration. The extent of reality spreads beyond the visible field, and its capacity to affect events is much stronger than the intervention of physical force or disruption. Reality is part of the life of the human because it extends beyond the mental capacity of the trained mind. It is, however, available to everyone and can appear out of nowhere when events stretch beyond the acceptance of the human framework. Life-threatening events collapse the accepted framework of life and reveal reality in a totally different way to what is expected. A miracle can occur or a total change in the path of life, and there is no explanation. We are entering a field right now where the framework of the world around us is subject to collapse on a regular basis. They're always trying to frighten us. Events will overpower the manufactured realities, and out of nowhere, our settled lives will fall apart to reveal a reality that we have never considered. The more this happens, the more real our lives become, and our acceptance of such a phenomenon allows the transition from dark to light without knowing where it is coming from. Fixed ideas will be withdrawn from your basic nature, and random flexibility will bring a calmness that increases your capability and simplifies your interface with the world and everything in it. As hardship changes its mask, you will see that it is self-imposed in many ways, even though it is caused by something outside your immediate control. there is always another way to accommodate everything. And if you look for the reality that is masked by your own standard of reality, hardship will simply disappear and be replaced by joy. You are being conditioned slowly to enter a new environment where reaction does not come against anyone, where evasion is not necessary, and harassment does not exist. The forces of the universe have been acknowledged, and the correct interface will soon be in place to direct people without the need for thought and consideration. Where there is no danger, many of the attributes of human nature are superfluous. As the conditioning continues, you will feel more comfortable in every moment. And the control systems in your body will seek that comfort as the guiding force in the deployment and nourishment of your being. No consideration and no effort to produce perfection for you. And as a result, perfection for everyone. The effect of the unknown in our life is the very thing that makes us smile in such a way that we know exactly what we are experiencing without any thought of explanation. To this end, we encourage everyone to surpass the program that continually drives you to understand and simply enjoy the subtle senses that reveal far more that can ever be written in the archives of a million words. Hmm. And this is where we came in this morning. The world of fantasy and imagination has always held the truth of many of our amazing attributes. This is the history of humanity, which has been used to train us into isolation from our own skills. If it is recorded as a fantasy or a deep imagination, it's available for us to pursue, providing we maintain the direction that is lighthearted and amazing to our spirit. The doors are not closed. It is all your reality and all your innate skills that are presented to you to allow you to resurrect the real entity that is hiding behind a barrier that no longer exists. What was once a hidden world is now your treasure chest for the future. Let us look further and see that there are limitations associated with every fantasy that will arise as soon as we apply any logic to our pursuit. This is the very thing that is instilled in our being to make us police ourselves into oblivion. There is no future in even considering some process to remove these limitations. The limitations are formed in a world where your innate gifts cannot be applied without reaction. The complete structure of that world will be left behind as we walk towards the impossible and watch it go up in smoke. Each one of us will weave a path that is unique to our being, and we will find things appearing out of nowhere with no purpose or relationship to logic or logical sequences in our world. This is the magic that gives support to your skills, allows you to live full time in the world of magic and miracles. From this place, everything is possible, and nothing is rejected for any reason. And there's more. So why don't we just keep going? Because this is so wonderful. Look deeply into the world of your Creator and watch the magic swirl in front of you as it brings the perfection of the future to life. This is the reality that you need, and this is the action that makes your heart sing and your spirit soar to heights that have never been achieved before. Opening a door to the future is the same as opening the door to plasma energy. One has not been defined, and the other has a partial definition. Put the two together, and you will know that plasma is a name, but it is no different to the name of the future. One without the other is not possible, even if the names are changed. Remember that your sense of the future is the driving force behind everything. And you will see that your ability to generate power for the future must include the plasma that has been revealed to you through your studies with the latest development in this world. It's all there. We have been gifted with the truth, with the details, with the universal visits that we are taken to without leaving our chair. We discover powers that we have that we were never told about. We discover so many incredible things about ourselves and each other. There's so many pearls, and they're all available. They're all here for you to discover. 3 times a week, Robert escorts us to our true selves with no limits. On Tuesday, Genya evidenced her new freedom of spirit as she delivered on her broadcast. On Friday, David so lovingly and carefully took us on a beautiful trip home to our own true nature and reminding us of who we truly are. The world of magic and miracles is where we all truly live. So, welcome to your perfect life, perfect health, and a future filled with magic and miracles. Your true home. With so much love, I am Barbara.